We are about to embark upon a series of strange and exciting, dangerous adventures. Adventures that will lead us to all parts of the world.
Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Batman vs. Robin issue 4. This is a miniseries from DC Comics written by Mark Waid, art by Mahmud Asrar and Scott Godlewski, Jordie Bellaire on colors, Steve Wan's letters, cover by Mahmud Asrar and Nathan Fairbairn. Assistant editor was Rebecca Bonahan, Dave Walgo's associate editor, Paul Kaminsky editor. So Batman is exploring the caves and discovers Black Alice and sees the Helmet of Fate. That's when Damien and his weird bat suit attacks, and they have to fight each other. Batman's already pretty severely wounded, and he's probably holding back a little bit in the fight, but he does manage to come up with a plan, because the Batman always has a plan, and he manages to get Fate's helmet. Damien, for his part, is kinda coming around, and while Batman is getting people to safety, this guy Piggy stops Black Alice from leaving and says that, they're gonna be needed or something. That's obviously foreshadowing, and Talia and Damien go after Mother's soul. Batman, for his part, is way out of his depth. He's not a magic user. He doesn't really know much about magic, so he's definitely out of his element. But things aren't looking good when Batman takes a blast aimed for somebody else, and we have another person that drops in to fight as well. But things aren't looking good, and this does apparently lead into Lazarus Planet Alpha, which is annoying. I really hate it when they don't tell you that there's another book outside of the miniseries that you're required to read. I hate that crap. The miniseries should be self-contained, and I absolutely detest it when the comic companies do this, where you have to read some ancillary book before coming in and finishing the miniseries. It makes no sense. Why not just make it part of the miniseries? But of course it's a cash grab, and they didn't need that. They absolutely did not need a cash grab in this book. They could have just added a 6th issue. This has been a really fun story. This was no different. I enjoyed this issue quite a bit. I feel a little bit deceived that they're now sending me off to get another book that I didn't know I was going to need to read, and try and track that down before I can read the final installment. That's really insulting. But Mark Waid did a great job, and so did the artists and the colorists. They did fantastic work here. I thought it was very fun, very action-packed. I didn't feel cheated for my $6. I had a lot of fun reading this, and I would definitely recommend it. Now, of course, I'm going to recommend that you find it cheaper than cover price, because very few comics are worth $6. But you might want to just wait and buy it in trade paperback and get it a little cheaper off Amazon or in stock trades, and save yourself a couple of bucks that way. But it's a fun read, and I had no issue with it. It's a much more combat-oriented issue than some of the others, and I think that might hurt it with some people, but I thought it was fun. It was a nice, fast-paced adventure story. It's not a good standalone issue, though. It does do a little bit of bringing you up to speed, but it's not a good jumping on point. So if you're thinking of jumping in here, you are way too late in the game. You'll want to get some of the other issues. You could have done that with issue 2, but I don't think it would really work at issue 4. So I'll track down the Lazarus Planet story and see how that goes next. But so far I'm pretty happy with the miniseries. I just wish they would keep it self-contained so that you didn't need all these extraneous books that are usually worthless anyway. That's gonna do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods, and as always, we hope to see you on the next one.